Sports Talk with Dylan Marsh, joined with JD.
It's always Florida, California, and Texas are the three top states.
Garrett Factor.
He's trying to prove that he can make that big play on his own and that he can get around that linebacker.
And your host, Dylan Marsh.
It's Washington because it's a team that just this year hopped into the top 25.
Now, producer Zach, bring us live from the 1130 studios.
Don't be that guy, Bill O'Brien. Don't be okay, I know you're first in your division and you're now 8-6. But don't be that guy who keeps a quarterback in for 14 weeks who has more interceptions than touchdowns. This is a angry Texans fan coming at you. And I applaud you now for finally having the courage to sit that $72 million man down and starting the 4-year third-string quarterback in Tom Savage. Thank you for that. But just for the future, don't be the guy who sits there and keeps a mediocre quarterback in and just relies on the defense to get them to wins. That's my short rant. That's my do not be that guy. But hopefully he's never that guy again. JD.
Don't be that guy, Rob Marinelli. Do not be that guy and not play David Irving less than 50% of the snaps. Play him 85 to 90%.
I think he's the next to Marcus Ware. Garrett.
Yeah, he's very good. My don't be that guy for the week, and probably my all-time don't be that guy is Roger Goodell. It is now officially the No Fun League.
Hashtag Fire Goodell.
Hashtag Fire Goodell. Shout out to Barstool. We need to get some of those shirts and all wear Fire Goodell shirts. But yeah, Roger Goodell, like I said, it is officially now the No Fun League. He is ruining the NFL. The ratings are at an all-time low, I'm pretty sure. I really don't have anything specific other than the fact that they just had, a couple weeks ago, they had the
charity cleats.
Yeah, the charity cleats. And I know
we will get back. We will get onto that subject.
Yeah, we'll touch on that later. But my main reason for this is just got an alert about an hour ago that Odell Beckham Jr. was fined $18,000 for wearing his Craig Seeger cleats to support him, which were then also auctioned off for charity. I mean, that blows my mind. But yeah, we'll touch on that later. Roger Goodell, don't be that guy.
All right. Well, first off, I'm going to, Zach, if you can go ahead and get Nick Saban's comments up there so I can read them word for word. But let's go ahead and introduce our new name for this podcast because some people just can't take the heat of our last name. But we are now the Busted Play Podcast, and I'm actually very excited about it. It's a new chapter in our lives.
There we go.
It's a new chapter. We're moving on.
We're growing up.
We are going to be the adult ones in this one, I guess you could say. But let's go ahead and get started. And the first Busted Play subject we're going to have is something that really intrigued me. And yes, it might be very typical of a head coach to say this, but I don't think it's that way. Nick Saban today came to the press and said, where's it at, Zach? So I can read it word for word. Basically giving so much praise to Washington that it's very, that's not it, bro.
Go back.
That's not it. Basically, Nick Saban said, I come to the podium every day since we got into the playoffs.
What are you doing?
Okay, was that a Viagra ad?
Hey, no free sponsoring.
Okay, yeah.
No free ads.
No, I'm sorry. No. We are.
I have seen. Go back up.
That's just too hard to do. All right,
I've seen them a few times. A little bit of the Southern Cal game, a little bit in the championship game against Colorado. They have some outstanding players on offense and great skill players. Good quarterback, a very good offensive line.
Look at that bit in
It
education.
looks like they play tremendous defense. I don't think there's anybody that you could play at this point in the season, in the playoffs, that wouldn't be an outstanding football team.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was telling y'all when I picked Washington over Alabama. But his comments today were, I come to the podium almost every day trying to convince y'all, the media, that Washington is one tough team. And then he said after that, this is the toughest team we have played by far. So, like, this year. And that's coming against teams of A&M, Ole Miss, SEC teams, USC, LSU, the team that held them to 10 points. And that just really made me happy. It made me even more excited for this football game. It could be a psychological twist maybe for his football players. We know how Nick Saban is. But what do you think? Does this change your mind at all? Because you don't hear you hear teams say, oh, they're a great football team, or there's going to be a great challenge for us. You don't really hear coaches come out that much and say, this is the toughest team we played so far. And this is, 3 weeks after just watching film on them all the time? So
like I think that Bama's gonna slaughter Washington, so I think this is just a psychological factor for his players. Because watching it with his players, I guarantee you they're looking at like, dude, we're gonna absolutely skull drag these dudes. So
oh my god,
I just think that it's just a psychological factor to keep his team motivated.
If a team goes into a playoff game thinking we're going to skull drag these guys, they're going to get beat. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to read too much into this one just because, I mean, like you said, a lot of the coaches will go out there and you know, give praise where praise is due to their next opponent, and I mean that's just the respect of the game. You know, Nick Saban's gonna show Chris Peterson, hey, look, we respect you guys. We know we're good, but we also know that y'all may be a tough opponent. Just maybe it'll be 41-10 instead of 52-0. Just maybe. I don't know, man. I mean, hey, they might score some points, but it's gonna be tough.
So much.
I think
disrespect.
I think Alabama's defense scores more points in this game than Washington's offense.
I'm
I'll
actually writing
second
that
that.
down. I'm writing that down.
Write it down.
Who's the betting guy, JD?
Yeah.
You want to put money on that?
How much?
Let's go 20.
All right.
Need a Marsh Brother handshake.
Oh my lord!
I'm the one that
I'm about to get some canes.
I'm the one that said this, and these guys are over here betting off of my prediction.
I wouldn't feel right taking your money. I would feel easy taking his because he loves taking mine. So, all right, let's move on. We're gonna save the second segment for the last one of college football. Let's go ahead and talk about Texas A&M. Speedy Noyle.
I have an LSU shirt on, but for anyone who keeps up with our podcast, I hope this isn't confusing because I am a diehard Texas A&M fan. My girlfriend goes to LSU, so I have to support it every now and then. Whatever, I don't care. Whatever.
All right, well, Garrett, go ahead and inform everybody what happened with Speedy Noyle.
Speedy Noyle.
Well, first, if people who don't know who he is, maybe.
Yeah, Speedy Noyle is a wide receiver for Texas A&M. He is, he's from here in Louisiana, right outside of New Orleans. He an incredible athlete all around. Played quarterback, played receiver, played a little corner, defensive back in high school. He was I think the number 2 athlete recruit coming in, and A&M got him over LSU. He had a disappointing year this year, but I mean, with Christian Kirk, Ricky Seals-Jones, I mean, we just had all kinds of weapons on offense, and he's still very good. And I was really excited that he was starting to get the ball more at the end of the season, but now he's not playing in the bowl game because about 3 or 4 days ago he was arrested on marijuana possession charges, and he actually turned himself in.
Yeah, props for that.
And I don't know the details on that, but I mean, hey, yeah, he did the right thing, I guess. Don't do the wrong thing in the first place. I mean,
I read he got caught. He was, I think, pulled over with 2 ounces of marijuana.
Yeah, and he told the police officer, "Hey, look, this is where it is.
Yeah,
I'm guilty."
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 ounces is a pretty substantial amount. That doesn't look good for us. It doesn't look good for Kevin Sumlin, but I mean.
You're looking better in Oklahoma.
Yeah, maybe, but 2 different instances, but still, yeah, it doesn't look good for the program as a whole. But we rarely have things like this happen. Manziel had the little bar fight incident that was before he really became Johnny Football, and now all his incidents are post Texas A&M. So I mean. For our program, if this is the first thing like this to happen, that's how I try to look at it.
All right,
glass half full.
Wait, who's A&M playing again in the bowl game?
Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Got old
any effect,
95-year-old.
Any effect on the game?
I mean, I think if he would have played, he would have maybe had a touchdown. He probably would have had 5 or 6 catches, 60 or 70 yards. So, I mean, we've got other guys to fill. We got Josh Reynolds, Christian Kirk, Ricky Seals-Jones. I mean, we have other guys to fill that void. So, unfortunately, he's great talent, great athlete. Yes, we're going to miss him in the game, but I think our other receivers will step up.
Okay.
So,
Well, you have anything to say
it's
on that?
disappointing, but
No, I'm not really.
All right, I didn't think so. I wanted to bring that in for Garrett's sake, just because he's an
Yeah,
A&M
thanks,
fan.
guys.
But all right, let's go ahead. Last thing about LSU. I mean LSU. I'm sorry, it's not even about
LS
LSU.
Poo. I should have
Sorry,
worn tape.
sorry.
I should
I was
have
at work
worn tape
earlier.
over this.
I was at work, did an LSU sports update for my job. It's stuck in my head because I was sitting in the exact same spot. But who is the bigger crybaby in college football? Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh or Florida State head coach Jimbo Fisher? Because Jim Harbaugh seems to be the guy who throws fits in press conferences after they lose. But then Jimbo Fisher is the head coach that will throw fits about officials if they win a close game. So have y'all paid attention to anything that's happened this year? Because I know Jimbo Fisher at least 2 separate times has thrown fits, and Jim Harbaugh
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, bigger crybaby college head football coach for me is Cam Newton. I mean, he just can't get it right. I'm just kidding. He is a big
Who's the biggest
crybaby.
Gee, my lord. Yes.
I just had to throw that in there.
Oh Lord.
We're talking about that. I got
I like Harbaugh though. I'm a Harbaugh fan.
I would have to go Jimbo
okay.
because he cries literally about everything.
Literally.
It doesn't matter if he wins or loses. He always has somebody else to blame for it. So I'm going Jimbo.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
I know you're gonna say Harbaugh.
I love Harbaugh,
Oh, do you?
but he is a huge crybaby.
Yeah, he's a milk boy. That's all that matters.
Steak and milk. Steak and milk.
Steak and milk.
Steak, milk, khakis, and glasses. All
I
that guy
love
is.
it, man.
But I'm gonna agree with JD. I'm gonna say Jimbo Fisher because I could not believe what he said after that close win against.
Yeah, you won the game.
I want to say it was Ole Miss, the first game of the year.
Yeah,
They came back and beat Ole Miss, had a great game, and then he still had something to say about the officials.
yeah. They came back and whooped them, didn't they? They
Yeah.
were down like 24-7, and
yeah,
then came back and
yeah.
won like 63-24.
So yeah, I'm saying Jimbo Fisher, but do not get me wrong. Jim Harbaugh
Yeah, he
takes
is.
it way too far.
He is.
See, Jimbo does these small little things all the time, but when Jim Harbaugh does, it is crazy insane.
You
Then-
see it a
but then
lot
you also-
more
you-
when Jim cries than Jimbo
Yeah,
Yeah.
as well.
Then also you have but he has Urban Meyer sitting there throwing shade at him after he beat Michigan in the press
Right.
conference when
Well-
his wife called him and told his wife called him and he said that she said he needs to pick up more milk on the way home,
Yeah, yeah.
making fun of
Well,
Harbaugh's milk
I
addiction.
I think one of the main crybaby incidents that we've seen the most out of Harbaugh was after the Ohio State loss, and I think he had every right in the world to be as upset as he
It wasn't
was.
just that first down placement.
Can I say something about that first down placement?
Yeah, go ahead.
I agree
Everyone's got
with
their
y'all.
opinion.
It was the worst call.
It was
in-
close.
It
I
was
mean,
one of the worst calls
I
I've ever
think
seen.
I think he got it, but it was way too close.
yeah. Just like that.
Yeah.
All right. Would they have given it? Do y'all think they would have given it to Michigan if it was in Michigan?
No.
You don't. Hold on. Let me.
Were they Big Ten officials? They have
Yes,
to be.
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
It's not
this.
a bowl game. Sorry.
Do you think they would have seriously gotten out? And I'm being all serious. Do you think they would have seriously gotten out of Ohio Stadium alive if they would have gave? The
Well,
ball to
yeah,
Michigan?
yeah. I mean,
Pretty
there's
sure
there's
they
too much
would've.
security. I understand what you're saying, but I don't. I mean, maybe the crowd had. I mean, I really can't speak on it because I'm not an official, and I really don't know how it feels to be down there. And when you make a call, I mean, you can hear those people in the stands yelling God knows what at you after you make a call opposing the home team. And so, I mean, yeah, maybe.
I think
But-
it did have some effect, but like you said, Dylan, I do think he was close enough to spot him to get it because
It was very close.
It was very close, but
they were back there for like 3 or 4 minutes at the very most. And most of the time in those cases, I mean, they'll be back there for sometimes close to 10 minutes. And that was just like, oh no, he was definitely over the line. Definitely. 100%. We're positive. And I just
You're
don't.
there for a while,
yeah.
you know it's going to be controversial.
Yeah.
And they knew that exact same thing. They knew that these two huge fan bases and these teams, this was their playoff game to get in. And I could see that being the same way. But if you're an official and you think like that, then you do not. I was an intramural referee.
Job. That's a
for
tough
a
job,
year.
man.
And you don't talk about a rough job. Intramural referee is insane. And how much pressure I was put under for the championship game there, I don't even know. I can't.
There were fists
fathom.
thrown.
I can't even. Yes, there.
Were there?
Yeah, some girl punched another girl in the back of the head in flag football. But that's Oklahoma.
Do we have a video of that?
But I don't. But
this was at Oklahoma Christian University. Oklahoma Christian University.
Maybe Oklahoma in general is good at throwing punches.
oh my! Zach. Two. Oh my. Okay, let's move on to the NFL. Oh my god. Let's move on to the NFL. Oh my. Zach,
Yeah, and
wow.
hey,
Okay.
the New Orleans kids like their weed, like Tyrann Matthew. So hey,
Exactly.
Speedy and Tyrann.
But all right, so let's move on to the NFL. Let's go ahead and talk about the Pro Bowl. First off, do you think Drew Brees? Zach, go ahead and bring up the stats
Yes.
for Drew Brees. And Drew Brees leading the league in passing yards and leading one of the most efficient offenses in the league. But they just don't have a defense to cover them. How mad are you? You know, not even being a Saints fan, but looking at his stats this year. Look at that. He's close to 4,600 yards.
71% completion rating.
34 touchdowns and 14 interceptions on the year. And he is not in the Pro Bowl. JD, what do you think?
I definitely think he should be in Pro Bowl, but
It's because we're 6-8.
honestly, what does it matter? The game is
I mean,
a
yeah.
joke,
Yeah.
and is this really going to hurt his Hall of Fame resume? No. Like, it's. I hate how people freak out about players getting Pro Bowl snubbed.
Well,
But I mean, yes, he should, but it really isn't a big deal.
I agree with you.
Okay. Let me put this first. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, the first rookie quarterback and running back on the same team to make the Pro Bowl, which means Dak Prescott made the Pro Bowl and not Drew Brees. I know it's a fan vote though.
Yeah, and the thing with that is the only reason they got there is because the fans don't realize that this Pro Bowl is about individual effort, just like the Heisman is about individual effort.
And this guy's keeping it.
Can we bring it back, the Pro Bowl, to after the Super Bowl?
Yes.
That way the teams...
They're still not going to play hard.
The players from
NFL
the
doesn't-
Super Bowl can actually be in it.
The NFL does not know what to do. Roger Goodell doesn't know what to do if he's not making money 1 week in the season. That's why they have it before. They're like, we could make so much money because people are going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do with that.
How many people actually go to that game, though?
Well, listen,
Maybe if it was in
they
the
just moved it
48.
from Honolulu, Hawaii to Orlando,
Yeah,
Florida.
Orlando. I mean, I think
And
that's
players
smarter.
Are pissed about that.
The what?
I mean, it's
The players
smart.
are pissed
It's
about that.
smarter because
that was a
more
free
people.
trip for their family to go to Hawaii. That was like
Yeah.
that was their. It's a free trip. This is what a lot of I've read a lot of players are saying is that it was time for them to spend with their family in Hawaii
Yeah, but
for their work. What?
I mean, it just the Pro Bowl's dumb, man. It's stupid. It just these guys do not want to be there. But when it comes to Drew Brees,
Well, if they don't want to be there, they
look,
don't have to go.
I don't think that. It's not. Who cares? He doesn't care that he's not playing in the Pro Bowl. It's just the fact that, okay, for example, when you look at an NBA guy's career, when you look at Tim Duncan or Kobe after their career and you go, oh my goodness, Kobe played 20 seasons and went to 18 All-Star games. That means that in 18 of his 20 seasons, he was one of the most outstanding, 25 or 30 guys in the league? I mean, that's a pretty big deal. And so it's the same thing with the NFL.
the NBA All-Star game is a lot more different than the.
I mean,
Pro Bowl.
yeah, but that's
Okay, it's
only
the same-
because
it's the
of
same
the injury risk.
It's the same concept, but it's different. If you see what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
It's
yeah,
the way
I do.
said it.
But I'm not even just talking about the game. I'm referring to how it looks after your career, because that's what you said. You know, how is it? Is it really gonna? Somebody's gonna look back and be like, "Oh my God, he didn't make the Pro Bowl in 2016."
Wait,
No,
I
they're
say
not.
Something is
But
going to be about the end of their career.
I thought you said that. Is this gonna look bad that he didn't make it this year?
No, I just said all I said
Oh,
was
I thought that in my
is
head.
that Dak Prescott,
Yeah, I know
a rookie
that. Before
quarterback
that.
who only has about, I don't even think he has 3,000 passing yards, is put in the Pro Bowl and not
Right.
Drew
And-
Brees.
and-
But
yeah,
I like
okay,
what you
yeah,
said
no, my
about,
bad.
I like what you said about Drew Brees though, in individual effort with the because he's carrying this whole team on his back.
Yeah, he's carrying my fantasy football team.
Him and Brandon Cooks are carrying this whole
Well,
team on their back, basically. Okay, maybe not in fantasy standards.
I mean, no, not even that. But Brandon Cooks had like no targets 2 games ago. Last week he had 162 and 2 touchdowns, but still,
Who else is he throwing into?
I know, Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Michael Thomas is
Who
going to be
else?
good, but I know I agree with you. But it's really just Drew Brees.
All right. Well, all right, Zach, go back to the Joe Thomas comments. The Joe Thomas comments.
Get off the phone, producer Zach.
The phone inside the booth. Like, what is wrong with you, dude? All right. Well, Joe Thomas, the offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns, stand-up guy, ultimate bro, basically.
He's missed like 1 game his whole career, right?
Yeah.
Well, he had this injury this year. That's what it was.
He's missed his first game, I think, in, 10 years?
Yeah, I think he played like
he's
200
at
and something total.
10-year Pro Bowler. He holds the record for most straight Pro Bowls.
Football guy.
Okay, and he says the NFL has now implemented the skills challenge in the Pro Bowl, kind of like what the NBA did to try to spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
whole weekend in
Yeah.
the NBA. That's awesome.
Yeah, now they're making it a whole weekend with the NFL, and they're having a skills challenge. I don't know what it is, but Joe Thomas said they need to have the offensive linemen have a long distance throwing. They need to have the quarterbacks do kicking, and just things that put the players out of their comfort zones. He says people will watch that.
They should do a weightlifting thing for the quarterbacks. I mean, I know
every time.
Yeah.
No, the kickers.
Yeah, they should do that. Yeah. Bench press. Who maxes out on bench press the highest for kickers?
And your
Stuff like
winner
that.
is
Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah, probably Fat Randy Bullock.
Marquette King.
Yeah, Marquette King. Yeah, well, he's a punter.
All right, but what if this? What if you had a defensive lineman celebration challenge, like receivers would have?
Yeah, that'd be good.
But okay, with this skill challenge, do you still does this make you want to watch it anymore?
Maybe. I mean, dude, it's just still.
What would you do to make the Pro Bowl more?
I mean, that's going in the right direction. Definitely, that's definitely going in the right direction. Just like you said, because I like watching the 3-point contest and the.
What about the NFL cheerleaders scrimmage? AFC versus NFC.
Maybe. I mean that's like it's like
He'd watch it.
That's like watching WNBA.
What about you?
I'm sorry, that's just not.
Definitely move it back to after the Super Bowl, so everybody that gets selected, if they're
Because how many has Tom Brady been to?
Yeah,
like 5.
8.
But that, and then I think the skill challenge would be a good idea, and then make it, I don't know, different rules, like say, hey, you can't punt, you always have to go for it on 4th down, you have to always
like
go for
Madden
2.
rules.
Yeah, always have to go for 2.
kicker-
Onside
kickoff.
kick every single time.
Yeah, that way you take away the risk of injury on.
What do you think
kickoff
of- what do you
return,
think
about
kickoff
the-
and all that?
What do you think about the legendary coaches in the fantasy draft they have?
I like that. I mean, that makes it fun.
really
Wait,
like
is
that.
it fantasy draft this year again, or is it NFC versus AFC again?
No, I think they're still doing a draft.
No, I think it's back to
But I
AFC.
think-
NFC.
Are you kidding me?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Zach, look it up. Producer.
But I mean, see, like Tyler Eifert had a good point in his comments too, because he got hurt last year in it. Now, it's kind of his fault too. You're not supposed to play
look
that
up if
hard.
the Pro Bowl is AFC versus NFC, or if it's another draft.
Just look up 2016 Pro Bowl rules.
Is the Pro Bowl a joke? Someone asked Google that. It's Pro Bowl a joke.
Yes, the answer to that question is yes.
Oh my lord. No fun league. They can't even make the All-Star game fun.
Yeah.
2017.
Stupid.
Oh, 2017 is going back to that? Oh wait, no, that's right. It'd be 2017.
Yeah. It's in February.
It's in January.
Oh yeah, it's before. I'm sorry.
Is it just me, or does Khalil Mack just look extremely intimidating in that
He's
Oakland
so
Raider
good.
uniform?
He's just so good. I called it.
What? That he's gonna be a standout?
Yeah.
It's returning to the traditional AFC versus
Oh
NFC.
God!
Yeah. Boring. Nope. Ratings are going back down. Roger.
It says the 2017 Pro Bowl will feature a return to the traditional
He's speaking to the
AFC
microphone.
versus NFC game format following 3 years using a revised.
I can't hear you.
He got farther away.
I can't. When I actually speaking to the microphone, you got further and further and further.
I know. I was
away.
trying to read it. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Okay, so yeah,
You know what?
boring.
Let's just go.
Unless these guys come out and say, "All right, we're going to all collect. We all collectively agreed that we're going to give at least 60 or 75% of their effort, man."
Play as hard as you would play in a backyard football game.
I mean, yeah, but like, should they do? Do you think it'd be fun if they did flag?
7-on-7.
There we go. That would be fun to watch.
Let's just like wrap them all up in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Get them to
That's
play
what
knocker
they
ball.
should do.
Knocker ball.
Knocker
7-on-7.
ball. Knocker.
Give
No,
the
they
op-
should do.
wait, hold on.
But
Get the
seriously,
big
Write these down.
uglies up
We got
front.
good things going.
yeah,
press.
they should do 7-on-7.
Maybe have the center and one defensive lineman.
What if the NFL
NFL
and
street
UFC
rules.
combine? Ooh.
And they have to dress like the mid 2000s NFL
First and
street guys
30.
with the upside down visor cocked up here.
1st and 30 starting out.
Yeah, 1st and 30.
Wow. Just imagine Josh Norman and Odell went up against each other. Oh,
And we
wow.
need walls so they can run on the walls like in NFL street too. I used to do that with Ocho Cinco all the time.
Oh, throwback technology games ruined our lives.
PlayStation
All right.
2.
So, all right. Well, speaking of Odell and his, I'm not talking about his rivalry with Josh Norman, but Garrett, you seemed really heated about the Odell Beckham getting fined incident. Explain it to all the fine people who watch this video.
Yeah, so
What freaking Goodell has done again.
if anyone out there keeps up with the NBA at all, TNT is one of the channels that the NBA is has a contract with, and one of their sideline reporters, Craig Seeger, just recently passed away from a long battle with cancer. Thoughts and prayers are definitely go out to his family right now. And he was well known around, I mean, the entire sports world.
Yeah, I was about to say, not just basketball.
Yeah, not just basketball. I mean, it clearly reaches far,
As
to
can
the
do.
to the NFL.
Yeah.
And I mean, people loved him. He was a great guy. He made sideline reporting fun. If any of y'all out there don't recognize that name, if you've ever watched a TNT basketball game, he's the one on the sideline with the older white man with the crazy, funny colored suits. That's Craig Seeger. Awesome guy, great personality. People loved him. So, was it last week or 2 Sundays ago?
What?
The charity cleats.
It was 2 weeks ago, but Odell wore them this week.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 weeks ago, the NFL did a charity cleat thing where the players could wear personalized cleats designed by a charity of their choice. So a couple of the guys did like domestic violence. A couple of them did like dog shelter stuff like that.
Did breast cancer.
Yeah,
for his
Dak
mom.
did breast
Or
cancer
colon cancer.
to support his mom, and well, this week Odell decided to wear cleats that were supportive of Craig Seeger and his family, and the money was
And
going,
leukemia.
and leukemia, and the money was going towards, I think they made a Craig Seeger Foundation.
Yeah.
I think they did something like that to support leukemia research and stuff like that. Well, next thing you know, here's Odell getting fined for wearing the cleats supporting Craig Seeger.
Okay, my question is,
$18,000 fine,
what's the big deal?
which is chump change, but still to Odell, but still.
But no, I'm wondering, because that's total BS. But
Yeah, is it a
with-
distraction? Like what?
I don't know. Like why?
What it
why he
is
doesn't?
because how Tim Tebow can't wear
Philippians 4:13. Yeah.
4:13.
Well, I understand why.
It is he just takes away anything.
Yeah, I know, but like
To
why?
represent-
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
want to
saying.
know why.
I kind of understand why you can't wear things on your eyes, because that might be a little distracting.
It's kinda like-
it could be,
it's-
but the cleats.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, if he can't do it, then why can't?
Yeah, then no one can. Yeah.
If one person can't do it, then nobody can.
But okay, but D'Angelo Williams dyeing his dreads, the tip of his dreads pink to support his mom who had breast cancer, and he got fined. He still kept it. So shout out to him for doing that, and just like Michael Jordan did, but Michael Jordan wasn't for a cause when he wore his
Yeah, no, that was just
personalized
promoted
shoes,
stuff.
but still.
Well, he changed the NBA with that. But
Yeah,
my
but-
question is, what is wrong with the cleats? Why
It makes no sense.
You can't, you never hear of NFL players having their own cleat. Yeah, JJ Watt has his own shoe, but he can't have his own cleat.
Yeah.
What is the issue with having these crazy cleats? Because no one's paying when you're watching a football game on TV or at
You
the
can't see
stadium,
the cleats.
You can't even really see the cleats. So what's the point? Because these things are they can be so personal. And like they can sit there and it can even psychologically help that.
And that's what
player.
I'm saying. It's motivation.
Yeah. So why does the NFL, the no fun league, sit there and take away I don't even really care about the eye paint, but the whole you can't wear pink gloves only in October. You can wear pink gloves, which are taking away.
Yeah.
You can't wear any type of cleat that you want.
It's like
You have to wear a
jail.
certain
Here,
type.
it's like jail during October. Here's your hour of free time. Here you go. This is your hour of free time. Now you can wear pink.
I really think Marquette King should retire and run for commissioner of the NFL, the punter for the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think.
What did he say?
I think he could make the NFL great again.
Yeah, maybe
No, he
so.
didn't say anything.
Maybe
I just have a
so.
feeling he will
Yeah.
turn this NFL thing around.
Well, it's like, man, I don't know. It's just so annoying because the celebrations too.
Yep.
Didn't last year guys were able to celebrate?
okay.
I understand some of them go a little too far, like maybe Antonio Brown
As long as
twerking
it's
or
not
air
sexual.
humping.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, how about
exactly.
this? The Ezekiel Elliott celebration was great. I loved it.
Did he
But-
get fined?
No, he did not.
Yeah.
But it was because
It had to
was
do
for
with the Salvation Army, yeah.
And that would have looked terrible,
yeah.
on them.
But-
But then you go and do something like this, and it's going to get spread around. That's the same exact thing.
Right,
Because this
right.
is probably hitting more buttons than the
Yeah.
Salvation Army.
Yeah.
What's even funny about it is the fact that Odell said, "What if I was the one to jump in there and he'd get fined?" And
Yeah.
he wears these cleats and gets fined.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
That's probably why Goodell did it. I really think that Goodell,
has it out for certain players.
well, not that, but if you throw shade at Goodell, he's going to make sure that you feel his wrath.
Oh,
I really do think that Tom Brady has in the past said, or not directly said, but other Patriot players have said, we think this is kind of corrupt. And then the whole Deflategate thing, that was a big just
Spend
mess.
millions and millions and millions of dollars on that.
Yeah, exactly. But another thing that I was going to say, it's almost like if there's anything in the game, on the player, on the TV, on the field, in the stadium, anything that people watching from home can see that is not NFL or an NFL sponsor related, such as what Bud Light, Coors Light, some of those beers, some of those other things, it's
So if somebody walks
No
out there
good.
with Budweiser cleats on, are they going to get fined?
yes.
yeah.
You have to
it's
wear
insane.
black and white cleats and the color of your jersey.
You have to wear black or white. Yeah, you said yeah. Oh my god, what Zach?
I mean, it's
You
just
gotta say
not fun.
Oh, I thought you were saying something. All right, producer
I mean,
Zach,
it
getting our hopes up.
blows my mind. I really think that that's what it is. You can't have anything that is not NFL or Bud Light related on your person, on your uniform.
Well, Budweiser,
Or
Budweiser,
on the
same
field.
thing.
Okay, well, I just said, I know.
But I mean, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just, I don't know, man.
It's
It's even
ridiculous.
like the sports these days are just getting extremely
It's just the NFL. I love that Adam Silver's doing a great job in the NBA. The players like him. He relates to the players.
Yeah.
Goodell.
NBA is doing a lot better after they fired. Since David Stern retired.
Yeah, he was.
Major
he was
League Baseball
decent.
is going down the drain
Yeah.
because they just made the All-Star game to where the winner doesn't have that league doesn't have home field advantage. It's just another exhibition game. Which
I think that the higher seed the better
I think
record should get it.
That makes the game more competitive because you have players who are competing.
Yeah,
for
maybe
that home
so.
field
Yeah,
advantage.
maybe so.
So I like that
Maybe
so
so.
much better in the baseball, but in football, I like JD's idea of making it after that. But then you also got to think they just played a game.
Yeah,
they might
and
wanna play another
it-
one.
once-
But still, they still might want to because this is an award to basically go play with your, because this isn't the all just like in the NBA. Players, they're friends with each other.
Yeah, no, they have
They
fun
would
going
love to
to
playing with each other,
Yeah.
and hanging out with each other. For
Yeah,
a week.
hanging out. They like to go hang out with each other.
Exactly.
They don't want to go out there and risk the injury like Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert was out how many games this year? Like 10 because of that injury?
I drafted him
Because of a
anyways.
Pro Bowl injury. I mean, that's stupid.
Well, that's the thing. It's the kind of same thing with the bowl games in college. You're taking a risk. You're even taking a risk to play in the regular season. But yes, this is an exhibition game. Exhibition game that does not matter. But again, there are some people who want to play in it, and some people who don't. Let them make that the choice because there are plenty of people who are selected for the Pro Bowl and don't play.
Yeah, but
That's why they have the reserves,
right.
and it's because they want to play. And
see-
also, it's basically it's an award saying I am one of the fan favorites because.
Right.
If you want to get all like indignant on how much the award means, it's really nothing because they have the All Pro team,
Right.
Which is where the league
Yeah.
and like the writers actually award the best players in the NFL. So it's just basically a fun time for them to go out and have fun. So it's just one of those things. It's just they just need to make it more fun for the viewers if they want to keep it going and not lose money off of it.
Yeah, and I think what did he say? Like beach bowling,
Yeah, beach bowling.
dodgeball. I think like
the
paintball
dodgeball would be great.
like a live paintball event, watching them play paintball back and forth somewhere.
Yeah, but just
Or
imagine.
how about
Just
a home
imagine.
run derby?
Just imagine
Yeah,
if you had
just
the
fun stuff, dude.
quarterbacks versus the receivers, and the quarterbacks throwing as hard as they can, and the receivers somehow still catching the ball. And dodgeball.
Or swap quarterback and receiver, run routes. Quarterbacks guard cornerbacks on a route. Receivers
Slow pitch
throw.
softball
Well, that's what
game.
I'm saying. Just
So, I mean,
get
dude,
everything out of their
anything,
comfort zone.
anything.
That would be really fun. Because even the NCAA
Go
does that.
go out there and play tic tac. I don't care anything. It's just anything.
Oh my god!
To
Go
change
play,
it up.
Just go play tag with the receivers.
Just put them out there on with a checkers board in front of them.
Capture the flag.
Anything, dude.
yeah, seriously, like that would be fun. Everyone
Cat-
gets a
yeah,
GoPro.
right.
Everyone gets their GoPro. They can afford it.
Yeah, dude. Provide them with GoPros.
Hey, let us watch them make s'mores at night on the beach.
That's what I'm
That'd be
saying,
nice.
dude. Like
would
rock
love that.
paper scissors.
You know?
Anything helps. It's not fun. The NFL sucks.
And a Pat
There
McAfee
are
special every year.
Back to what you were saying,
18,000
though.
commercials a game. Hold on, let me get this. I'm sorry. This
hey,
really bothers me.
Listen to him.
This really bothers me. Commercial,
Yes.
opening kickoff, commercial, drive. 5 things happened. Two of those were commercials. Why? Why can't after the we see the pregame show, then we see a commercial, then we see the kickoff, then we see a commercial. Why does there have to be a commercial between the kickoff and the opening drive? Why?
Well,
Why?
let me put it like this.
Why?
When Roger Goodell goes to sleep at night, what kind of mattress do you think he has? He doesn't have a sleep number.
He doesn't have a lease of mattresses.
He doesn't
Mattresses.
He doesn't have a fat boy. He has
a
the
water
stack
bed.
of cash that he makes every single year that he just sleeps on.
I bet he has a water bed. He's one of those guys.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a water bed kind of guy.
And then he'll tell his wife, "Oh, the bed leaked," but he just can't control his own bladder.
Yeah, no, it's all him.
Yeah,
It's all him. You have problems.
Roger Goodell, don't be that guy. Just like Garrett said, do not be that guy. Wait, was that JD? Wait, no. Who was Roger? Yeah, that was Garrett.
Me.
Yes, do not be that guy. And don't be that guy, Zach. Don't talk on the phone inside the booth during the podcast. But
What else we got?
I think that's it. Unless y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about.
Tic Tac at the Pro Bowl.
Tic Tac, or Tic Tac Toe, or just
Tic Tac Toe. Sorry.
Tic Tac Toe. I was about to say because they
I
probably
forgot
could
what I
get
was
free
even
Tic Tacs
gonna
out.
say, because
Were you about to say something to me?
We were talking about s'mores.
no,
we were talking
right
about
before
tag.
you went on that little
Ooh,
rant,
I'm sorry.
Say it.
I forgot.
Speak. Faceless Wonder.
Michael Floyd or
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's
Yeah.
even on the sheet. Michael Floyd.
.271
Oh, wow.
BAC.
So basically, Michael Floyd, the newly acquired New England Patriot, is facing jail time because he had a .217
I bet they
blood
cut him.
alcohol content during his DUI.
I bet they don't.
You don't think Belichick's going to cut him? If he goes to jail, do you think he'll cut him?
Yeah, if he goes to jail, but if he hasn't done anything in the Patriots organization.
Shake it.
$10. He goes $10. They cut him.
Not if he doesn't go to
Can
jail.
we bet money on the air?
You're saying
Where's
no.
my 50?
That wasn't a real bet.
Where's my 50?
Hudge didn't show up.
Jeb showed up. You clearly
Okay.
said in the group
Okay.
meet Jeb or Hudge.
Podcast. We'll talk about that after. Yeah, no, Michael
We have
Floyd,
no illegal activity going on.
Michael Floyd is
We're not
garbage.
Michael Floyd.
I promise I don't. What?
Michael Floyd is
You
garbage.
said we have no illegal activity.
You know, you're not allowed to make jokes anymore, Zach. That was just way too fast. How did you think of that? Oh, my God.
Time to cut.
Okay. Well, anyway, Garrett, thank you. Have fun in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be in Vegas for Christmas, guys.
What happens
See
in
y'all
Vegas
next
stays
week.
in Vegas.
Thank y'all very
JD,
much.
thank you. Love you, man. Producer Zach, as always, great job. And everyone watching the video, thanks for joining us. And as always, God bless. Boom! I hit it this time.